Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever, and I am back again, looking down at the beautiful city of Neuve Revergrad, with all of its fine dirt splotches here and there, and lack of decorations and everything. It's a large and sprawling city for workers and resources, and we're still plugging away at it, slowly but surely. I had a dream last night that we were never fully ramped up on our steel, and we had designed everything else that we wanted to. So hopefully that's not the case. I still have time paused because I want to go down to the only city in the world probably that's named after the noise a cow makes, Moooooscow. So here we are. So what I did between the episodes is not too much. Well, I did a lot. That's not true. I did a good amount. Look over here. We have a whole farm set up. And I would like to just mostly just go over it. I don't see any real need for us to do too much over here because it's going to be quite a while before we even get to this, and we can come back and hit this as we take care of bigger priorities. I really just wanted to get done the leveling over here as much as anything else, and I'd like to go over how I did the farm because I think it's my best farm design ever from everything I've learned. And when we left the last episode, if you watched it, we had set up a livestock range that hall/range that can connect to 4 different things. We'll plan on taking the livestock out with trucks. I don't think that should be a real big problem. We'll see, live and learn, right? And that will bring the livestock over to here, which is a little bit of a problem since we don't have this hooked up right at this moment. That's the kind of little thing I'd like to maybe do during this episode. So let's see. Oh no, we do have it hooked up here, but that's not good enough, is it? Yeah, that's really awkward. Okay. Well, can we go right straight? No, building in the way. Let's see, oh, that's a problem. I was so happy too. So in other words, this trolley station is blocking this road from going over to here, and it's fine that this is attached this way. However, yeah, this is not quite working how I was hoping. It seemed all so good, so we'd probably have to delete this. I don't think this needs to be super close, but we're getting into the hill here if we go too far. Yeah, and I was kind of liking the way the trolley stations were working out, but there's just no doubt in my mind that we need a road. So let's get rid of that because it looks funny. And I will just reattach this for the moment. And see. Yeah, we're not going to be able to go from there. Nope. Yeah, how close is that? Can we get a little closer? Yeah, why don't we do like this? Right, it's just not going to hurt because we're going to have a lot of trucks coming in there. So the closer it is, the better. And now we still need to get a trolley stop in here. Now we could put the trolley stop here because they need to go over to here, but now I'm probably too close to put a trolley stop in. Yeah, I would like to put it here, but I'm starting to make this road steeper and steeper. Well, let's see what it looks like. If we can get it, I did level that out fairly well. Thank you, game safe. All right, let's go to trolley stop. Can't build. I think that looks. Oh, I don't think the whole thing's turned quite right. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't think they're going to be able to go in this entrance because this road is just too close. But we could do. Yeah, it was a mess. Let's just redo this one all together. That way I can get this one. Yeah, we'll get that guy to go back out to that one. And the reason I just did that was for this footpath. See, now I think, yeah, we could do that and have a nice short walk for them up to their thing. Not that it probably makes that much difference, but there we go. Okay, and that's the little kind of details that I sort of wanted to check with you guys. Really don't see any reason this won't work. I left these roads there just for a reminder. So these are identical. The other thing that I did, if you notice, was I got rid of our railroad tracks. So we'll have to put them in again at some point. I'm not too worried about getting them, but I moved this railroad station much further to the left here so that this road could be dead straight. Now, the other thing I'm wondering about is I definitely want to come in here and I want to redo the roads. I'm not going to redo them all. Like, see how this is like different sections? I'd like to just come in and, all right, I'll do one. I'll do this off camera at some point. Like, just delete all of that and just make that one road project. Because I connected things 70 million times. But my dilemma is, do I make this whole entire loop the tracks, or is that pointless? Like, if we were to have, I kind of have more or less in the same place a trolley stop. So we have a trolley stop here, which I sort of put everything in a little bit tighter than we probably needed to, which doesn't break my heart. Like, in other words, this building sticks out this way, and another, I would really like to get, yeah, that's red, like as close as we can to here. Probably bring it back a little bit. See, we could get this trolley stop. Maybe we can even make each of them look fancy. And probably maybe we do want to bring that past there. This will be a little bit tight getting this in here. Can I get in? No, see, that's going to be too tight getting the, yeah, we're not going to be able to get there. So probably do something like that. Is that going to be what? So I'll do this to each one of them. And then this one should be nice. See, so there we go. So we'll be able to get the trolley stop hooked to each of these. Yeah, I'll probably do this number. All right, so the ones in the middle will service 4. Then these two will just service the end ones. And I'll put in all those little details, but I wanted to share that with you for somewhat obvious reasons. Yeah, so this will be our corn that comes in from the rest of the world. And then, again, this is just 3 of these same exact setups. And it looks like if we really wanted to, I don't see any reason that we couldn't get all of this. You know, we could flatten out a little bit more of this and get a 4th one of them if we really wanted to. Let's just see how this goes. This is probably enough cattle. So there you go. So I will do things like put in more footpaths, but the dilemma, and maybe one of the reasons for not even doing it now, see, there's things like this. I'd like to get that straightened out, delete this whole road and just put it in. But the dilemma, and it's not a big, huge dilemma in my life, just do we want to make the whole thing like a loop? And I think we would be better off in the long run, potentially. It depends on if we end up using it. If we don't do it, we may need it. Like this would be, all of this would be these. And then I'm thinking, it's been my general experience that you're better off dropping off, like if we have 4 of these stations, dropping off a quarter of the people to each one, or maybe half and half. So as we get closer and figure out the population we're going to need, and let's take a look at that, just because I was curious about that. Not halls of residence, food. So the slaughterhouse, 50 workers, and that's livestock farm, 50 workers each. So we have 12 of them. So that's 600 workers per shift, 1,800 people. And the slaughterhouse can use 50. So really, if we had 2,000 people, that'll be plenty. And one of the reasons for that question is, well, how many trolley stops would we put in down here? And I'm thinking maybe we do 3. One, well, we don't really need that many people to here. Maybe we could get away with 2. This represents about 100. Let's call this 200, even though I'm overestimating. Well, I'm underestimating the one, overestimating the other. So this would be, let's just say that we would have between these 400 people. And that's another, so we only have 3 of those. Yeah, because that's a school and a whatever. So we would have Well, only, right? If that's 400, that's close to 1200 right there. We could do another similar setup over here and theoretically have enough people to run all of this stuff. And then maybe we put in 2 trolley stops. Yeah, I'm thinking this trolley could probably come around here, so we would do something like, again, I'd work on making all these. Yeah, see, I can't even tell what kind of road that is. I'll probably delete that. We got these little dumb things where I made construction things, and then that's a little bendy road there. But then we'd make this all the way around. And I'm tending to think that maybe we would do a trolley to one. It sort of depends on how long it takes the trolleys to get up here. And I'm also really curious to see if the trolleys are better about holding their position. So in other words, by the time they drive all the way out to here, and then hit each one of these stops, I'm thinking it might be over 5 hours. So I think we want to put at least 2 trolley stops down in here. And that's the kind of thing I wanted to think about before we went off to do other things. So let's go finish up the thought of over here. We're not going to need any people out here. And this road at this point is really just access out to here. So that's why I'm not going to worry about the fact that it crosses the tracks, because we have this little track here that's going to run out to our farm, and our farm is going to have all the crops come to here and then hauled by train over to here. And then the other thing I wanted to do is to get this track or train station hooked up to this one. So let's just keep him, I guess. It doesn't really matter, but maybe if we ever... Well, no, I guess it does matter. So we're going to hook this guy up to here, but that train station's not very straight, is it? Well, we'll just ignore that. It's fine. Nobody will ever notice but us. All right, well, there's a few people that watch these videos, but you know what I'm saying. So the other thing I would probably do, just so you know, for the future plan would be to get another track that would go to this side of the station. And then what we could do, let's see. Yeah, I don't want to get into this too much right now, but we would have... Definitely want to leave just in case we had like more use, but that should be pretty good. We could make sure we could at least get 2 trains. Well, the one train may be coming up, but I would want to talk about, yeah, this is going to be yellow. I don't know how we would do it. It's sort of getting a little bit close to our track up there. Is I would want to make sure I left enough room here that we could stage a train. So let's get rid of... Let's do like a crossover kind of close. Like in other words, the train coming in might be able to go to either one. Yeah, no, that's not what I was thinking. Sorry. We would do like this. We want enough that we could put a signal in here. All right, and then this would be the outbound track. But we just make sure before we got into any turns that we would have enough room. This would need to be a chain signal in. Look like I can get real close. And then this would be a 2-way signal. And then this would be a... We'll leave it 2-way for now. But this would be like one way in, chain signal, and then back out. And then we make sure that this is a long enough stretch that we could sit a train there, right? So we could always have more corn if we needed it coming in. These guys could come all the way down here, and as long as we didn't put a signal in, but we could always talk about like another bypass track, or again, if we're bringing a lot of stuff in, there's probably a good chance that this one's not even doing half of it, right? So this will give us some flexibility in the long run, right? Even just doing what I did there would let us get a lot of corn into either station. We could have this train go to either station. We'll see. We'll ramp that up. But there we go. So here's a train station over here. Now, what I started out doing, let me start at the beginning before I jump into the middle. And let's just do, we're not going to do the wireframe. I think it'll be more visible. So what I started out doing was trying to make a perfectly rectangular, like how close could I possibly get as many things to this farm? So this farm is not quite in the middle because it's a little bit hard to see, I'm sure, but I put 4 farms along here, and then I put 3 along here, right? So that's 6 in the middle, and then 4 on the end, which is 10. And then if we get another 4 here, which I haven't put in, we'll put it in a second here, that'll be 14. So that'll be 14 big farm fields. And like I was saying, I wanted to put this in the middle, and I thought, well, it's because it's tight. I started, and I did have to move it down a little bit because it would be almost impossible to get a road past here. And then once you move it a little, you might as well move it. So if you notice, these are kind of all staggered a little bit further back, which makes it not quite square. I think you'd really be hard pressed to make it perfectly square. I mean, we could space these out, but there's no reason for it, right? And then the other thing that happens is just in this particular case, this is a little bit closer. So we have to move down these big fields here. So I'd like to start up here, and let's put in our last big fields. Yeah, this is right. And that's another reason for not putting a bridge up here, because I just assume keep these closer than further. Does that look kind of straight? Let's just put on a wireframe for a second. Like, no, it's not. Yeah, so everything should be nice and straight. There we go. Now we probably could come a little bit further away just for safety's sake. And I'll put that arrow right on there. And then, yeah, the arrow was a little bit closer. I don't really believe the arrow is 100%. And then these here could step in a little bit, so I didn't quite level quite as much. Right. I think anywhere will be fine. Nope, I didn't quite get it close enough. They should all fit. Let's see if I get this. Oops, get rid of that road too. I'm just going to redo that road anyway as part of the redoing that I was talking about. It should fit. I thought I measured it out kind of, sort of. Yeah, let's see. Will you fit in there now? Yes. All right. So then what I would do is get rid of, we'll demolish this road. I might even just pause the video. You know what? I don't want to use that tool. End up demolishing things I don't want to demolish, even though it's, we'll just take it back to like there. I don't want to mess with that corner. Yeah, we'll do paved roads just so that these things are as fast as possible. Right, and then not attach those back up, and then this can go. This could just go straight down to here. Might as well turn it a little bit. Like, it's okay to touch that end one so that we can end it like that. And then I need to put in a road here, and I was sort of debating. I think I'm better off like down closer to here. So like if this is a good place. Yeah, make that nice and straight-ish. Right, and then we could attach that up. And then there's nothing, we could probably attach this up. Get rid of this bit. Yeah, same thing on this other end. All right, so there we go. Then this one would have to have a pretty long thing, and I might just put that in there to remind me to attach it up later on. And this could get rid of this bit. Now, the other thing I thought of that I probably could redo, and then I thought, well, it's probably not worth it, is this road could really be, we could have another road going up this side so that this didn't happen, but then I had to get to these fields, right? So this road has to be on this side in order to get to those fields, and then I thought, well, it's not worth I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not that much leveling to move that over, but you could have this road come back out and not even have to cross your tracks. But I think I'm just worried about stuff that's just way too much. And there's things like this I want to get rid of all over. Yeah, probably redo. Oops, I didn't necessarily mean to do that. Now that I did, I might as well just redo it wholeheartedly. Get rid of this for a minute. Why don't I do that for a second? Oh no, you know what I'm going to do? This, and then, yeah, this needs to be a little far away from that. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go even further. We're going to go like as far as we can. And that's not too bad. These are farm roads. We don't have to get too excited about them anyway, right? Yeah, so we won't attach that back up. This is fine. We won't attach this up, but the reason I just went and moved this further this way is because these farms tend to clog up with vehicles, and I'd rather have a little bit of an extra driveway, help the jam up a little bit. There's not going to be any other traffic on the road besides the farm, but there we go. I think... Let's close the wireframe real quick. So I think this is about, I mean, again, I think there's a little tiny tweaking that you could do, but this is going to be about as an efficient farm as you can make. Just with them all about as close as you can get to this farm, which is right in the center, and then to have this. Like, I know we could maybe square this up. I'm not sure if there's a huge advantage. Maybe even having these staggered down is good, because then they're just a little bit closer to where this road comes over, right? If they were up even, if they were even with the ones on this side, then they would be a little bit further from where the trucks will come here. So that, you know, really you'd theoretically want this field, the edge of this field here, to be right in line with this road, right? So that they were equal distant. And then this is a little bit awkward going around, but I'm not sure how you could avoid it. But this is, I believe, a very, very efficient farm setup. And I'd like to just see how it all works in a little bit. Well, like a month's worth of episodes, because I'm really not going to prioritize this too much. So let me pause the video here for a minute. And what I would like to do is just clean up this mess, and then we can just, well, let's do this first before let's think about, I'll put these houses in off camera too. I think I'm going to just do, if it'll fit, the same exact thing over on this side, where we'll have the same houses. We'll have a nice symmetric little city, because I think this is 1,200, right? And we counted, yeah, we needed, let's just make sure, yeah, 50 for each one of these, and we have 12. Now, the only other thing to say is that we might have more people, but then I think we would probably go this way with more people. If we do need more people, so this would be, yeah, we need like 2,000, maybe a little more, and we'll have 2,400. Yeah, so I'll put down some more houses here, but let's do this real quick make sure this will work. So let's come here and delete that back, and we'll get a trolley station. Yep. Well, it's kind of all tight, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe the trolley station should go here. Yeah, let's just get rid of that road, because this road needs to come in, so I don't really want to be south of that road, or whatever direction I'm facing. Yeah, so let's get, and I also want to get it where I think, even if it's a little crooked, yeah, you know what, we'll go like here. It's a little, can I go closer? With this, you know, this really wouldn't need to be a trolley line down this way with what I'm thinking. So we'll just put like a regular walking road there. Yeah, and see this. Yeah, see this is trolley road, and I don't think we really need that. And then I would come over. Yeah, how close is that? We'll get rid of some of this. And yeah, see, they're a little bit wider, which is understandable. They certainly would be. Yeah, the problem is when we get that close to a building, we can't get the darn walking path out there. I guess they can walk off the end, right? Let's just put it up a little bit. Like, in other words, these guys could walk out of here and go into this building. There. Yeah, so let me put up some more houses here. I'll go clean up the roads, and then I don't think I'm going to worry about like all the electric and all that stuff right this minute. We'll get time started again. If we want to come down here, we'll just do it in a few episodes, but you guys definitely get the idea. Like as we get built, one of the things I wanted to do, just so you know, is I want to move one of the construction crews down here, and I'm really kind of debating where I should put them. Like, I think this is like the worst place to put them, but they would still have things and stuff to do eventually. And I don't know that I really want to put them all the way over here. Do we just build another construction office? Yeah, I think I might. Let's just do that. It's not like we don't have the bucks, and it probably will speed up. I mean, I'd really like to put it out here, but really they need to be... Yeah, why don't... Okay, I was told not to put them across from each other. Let's throw caution to the wind. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a longer driveway in there. So there we go. So we'll get this guy, ASAP, building another construction office. And this time we'll see if it's really true that we get a backup here. This came up on the live stream from, I think, Off the Rails, if I remember correctly, which I often don't. All right, let me clean up this. The reason I was saying all that is we don't have tons of steel, but there's no reason we can't come in here and start getting a lot of these roads built. And then when our steel production's ramped up, we'll be all ready to go with the buildings. And then once we rebuild our road, we can rescue these guys from being stuck in there and start sending them up all the way back over and start talking about designing maybe Bricksville at some point. I don't know when that'll happen. And also our cement prefab area, and start talking about just how, you know, without building too much extra, how do we want to get over there to be able to work? And I'm thinking that we would come in from this way. But like I said, let me come down here just while time's paused. And then once we get time going again, you know, more or less for the rest of the episode, we'll go into more of a normal episode mode, even if that does include coming back here, doing a couple things. All right, so I will see you guys in a few minutes when I clean up some of the messes that I made. Many of the messes have been cleared up, so we'll see. I think it'll make it a lot easier. We'll have to construct these trolleys for them to get in there further. At least the one trolley stop here. Probably should just do both. Not that big a deal. But there you go. I did move this road to make it nice and straight, so I don't know that we're going to get a footpath in between these two. So one of the things I wanted to check is make sure that they can walk in and out the end of this. I know that sounds silly, but I think I'm ready to play time and call this designed enough that, you know, we'll get this construction office built. We'll get somebody else moved down here. You know, this construction office is still assigned. I did the identical thing on this side of town where we had the what do you call it? The tall white skyscraper, and then the wider one that's the highest quality, and then the other tall white skyscraper that's my favorite. And this is our firehouse. We'll need to get that built, but that's good. We'll get the roads built. We can get the firehouse going ASAP. And a building is on fire. Now, there is a place in the world that I did... Where are we at? Rivergrad. Rivergrad should be in good shape with the fire company. And didn't move us too far away. So, yeah, I think, you know, for the most part, the roads are pretty big, long projects. I mean, this, I didn't want to, you know, it just makes sense to have that all attached. At some point, you drive yourself nuts. But all of these roads got detached and then reattached at that point. So they should all be reasonable sized projects for assigning them, where the little roads are all detached and these are as big as makes sense. So there we go. So we got plenty of work down here to do, just building roads, and I'm happy with that. So let's go on to something else. Sound good? So this guy is assigned to that one little road project, huh? Well, you could really probably be assigned to... Now, what are you missing? Yeah, you have an open haul. You only have one. You have two dumpers. Why don't we go grab... We're not really using any of these. Yeah, this guy is really sort of orphaned. Are you a dumper? Yeah, let's go get you a bigger dumper, because you will be a busy fellow. Keep going. Oh, there's Moooooscow. Yeah, let's assign you to work here. So that way... Now, do you have a bus? Yeah, you have a little bus. That's enough. Paver. Yeah, we're going to be assigning multiple roads at times, so I think it's good to have two different excavator and bulldozer. One covered haul, one open haul. Yeah, I hate only having one open haul, but because it's going to mean that this guy's probably going to end up a lot of times having these guys drive all the way out there. But maybe what we can do... Yeah, we might just make this guy like more of a hauling crew in the future and just have the roller and the paver over at this construction office. So that way they're just working a little bit more diligently. You know, like the paver doesn't have to come all the way back over to here, which isn't that much further, but those things move so darn slow. So, yeah, so we'll just focus him on that for a minute. And other than that, like before the video started, I assigned a bunch of stuff. So we're building this with at least one or two of the constructions. We'll just get that built. I don't know that I'm going to fire it up anytime soon, because we really don't have a way of getting rid of all of those crops anyway. And I think we have more than enough crops in here. Well, maybe not. Now that we're exporting stuff. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. It's not going to hurt. We'll decide whether to fire it up after... Yeah, how are we doing on our... Yeah, look, we got some of our alcohol exported and some of it over here. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. And then eventually we'll redo some of Rivergrad once we get more of this built. But all of these guys should be assigned to do stuff and things. Except for this guy. Yeah, see, is he already done? Yeah, this is all... Let me get him working on the other side there while we're down here. And let's go talk about a problem. Problem that we're having. I think our buildings are disappearing over here, slowly but surely, because I didn't have any firefighters, or now I don't even have a fire truck. So see, what happens is, if you have a firehouse that doesn't have any people in it, you could buy a truck, and that's all fine and well. We'll do a 12-speed truck. Let's do two of them over here. And I did put a bus over here, so there goes a bus, but I don't know how well it's getting any people into the fire station. See that? Because I don't know, or like it doesn't seem like we're getting hardly any workers here. Well, then we're getting some now, so we could have just... Oh, there goes all the workers going on this bus. Yeah, that's... So he could be stealing the workers that we want to go to the firehouse, just driving them back and forth around town, right? Yeah, so we sort of have a mess here, but what I did was, well, I want to do something else first. We have too many... Oh, no, not that one that's actually running. Come on. Get some people up there, please. Please get some people. This is the bus, right? Yes, you got 6 workers. Go, 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 go. Come on. Yeah, is the fire truck there? I really don't want this to burn down. And we're waiting for an ambulance. Do we own an ambulance in here? Do we even have a hospital over here yet? We should have a hospital. I don't see a hospital. We need a hospital. Why didn't I build a hospital? All right, do we get firefighters? Go, 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 go. There we go, 22 firefighters. I don't even know where they came from, but I'm glad I got 22 firefighters in there. Yeah, now are you fighting the fire? Citizens killed 2. There you go. Fire truck was called and heading there. Finally. Yeah, get out of the way of the fire truck, guys. Come on, hurry up. Where is the fire truck? I don't see the fire truck heading there. No firefighters at this station. Fire truck needed. Yeah, see, we just have a mess over here. There we go. Okay, I was clicking on... Yeah, there's this one, and there's 2 fire trucks. Okay, there they go. And then this one's sending a fire truck. Well, the good news is that fire's not really making that much progress, is it? Or is that just because it's got like a lot of hit points? But there we go. Any second now we'll have 3 fire trucks on the way. Yeah, so part of our problem is that we're not getting good, steady firefighters over here. And I didn't come over expecting all this drama. There we go. Water on the fire. Never a terribly bad thing to get water on the fire. This guy's shooting it right in the window. Good job. This guy's spraying the fog over the... Look at that. We are attacking it from 3 different angles. And we are going to save our production. Okay. Can I even... Yeah, let's close some firehouses. Yeah, I can't even... Active fire for citizens killed. 5. Darn. Yeah, so we don't have a hospital over here, do we? Right? Alright, well, you know what? Just as well... See, I was looking at this, and I know there was... I know I had built a house there. I didn't go back and look at the video, but I know we had a house there. So let's come over here and get rid of these. And can we fit... Looks like a hospital might fit right in there. No. Would a hospital fit here if I turned it? No. This is just not a big enough spot for many things. Look, see, we lost this house over here, but I definitely think we can get a hospital in here. You know, I'm going to be very careful with our little demolish tool. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, and see, I would have never hooked up a footpath. Not never, but very rarely do I ever hook up the footpaths before something's built there. All right, so let's put a hospital in here. Can we go down a little bit? Yeah, it's a little awkward looking, but... All right, so we can start getting that built. And there's... All of this is a little bit of a distraction, though I'm glad we're over here finding these wrong things. There's going to be some people going to the gulag this afternoon. I can tell you that much. All right, so you can... Well, you're auto-searching anyway, aren't you? Yeah, we don't need to assign you. Let's go assign these 2 to stuff. Now another building's on fire. It's never ending. I don't pay any attention. It's almost like the boy who cried wolf to me. All right, so there we go. So let's just assign you 2 to be working on the hospital. Good. Well, at least we have that. So what I had noticed earlier anyway, we'll come back to those construction offices. They're already assigned, or somebody was assigned to work on this, or is that just that other guy doing his due diligence? Yeah, let's see. Can we get you here and here? Yeah, might as well. So these are... One of these, well, let's see what we did. Yeah, this is a medium parking lot. Because I thought, well, let's get some cars going over here. This is a large parking lot. This is a car dealer. Let's make sure we're working diligently on that. And the biggest thing I'd like to do here eventually is, and I don't think it's going to work out, I was even looking to see, would it be worth building a bridge, but I'd really like to get a better idea of the distance. We have a car dealer here, large parking lot, medium parking lot, and I was thinking I'd like to try to get one over here. Like, I think it might be better to have a parking lot here than a house. So let's get rid of that house. Oh, and by the way, there was another good suggestion, and I did cancel it on many of them, is to cancel these so many people don't keep going in. Like this we want them to work on, but like I did cancel like a bunch of these things so that people weren't going to try to work in the constructions. See, they're canceled. I don't know if I got them all. I didn't get these two over here. But all right, let's go over to here, get rid of this road. So you can get a large parking lot in. How about if we turn it this way? No, I don't think so. All right, we'll go for medium. No, medium's got two in and outies. Yeah, we'll just put you further down this way, I think. All right, so then we'll have parking lots around, so at least that people can decide to use cars. Let's get these guys assigned to this and that. And that wasn't even really what I came over here for, but what I'm real interested in is then can we get, I want to build another one over here somewhere. Unfortunately, there's kind of wires and stuff in the way, so I was thinking maybe right over here. And we'll see. I think they should be able to, at least some of those parking lots should be able to get over to here so we could have firefighters driving to work each day. And I guess we really don't need a large parking lot, do we? It doesn't really tell you how many cars park in there, but it's quite a few. I can't imagine we need that many. All right, so we'll have another parking lot here. I probably should just leave these darn construction things open. Yeah, I think I'll do that this time. Because we'll want to come back up here after they get a bunch of the little inroads done. So let's just shrink them. Leave them over here. Where we can check on them in a minute. So there we go. So we'll have a parking lot here. I'd really like to get this being done. Because we keep running out of asphalt. And trying to send buses up there is just sort of... Yeah, we only have one little bus. Yeah, and I do have this little bus. Why don't we say if we see this work, and we'll take this bus off of here and send him up to there. And then this one should have... Yeah, I think we're just suffering on people. So let's go ahead and put at least the house back up. Wrong one. I think, I forget which ones we used here. Clicking on this, I don't think you can really tell. Town flats. Yeah, see, it doesn't really... Let's go with the nicer ones, the higher quality. Can we get that in there again? Let's see what we're doing. Probably want to spin around this way or else the sign will get in our way. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. All right, so that house is put back up. This house got taken over by a... Can we put a little small parking lot in here? How about a medium? Let's go for... Oh, look, we can do parking lots from the residential. That's cool. Yeah, look, we can... Yeah, let's get them another medium parking lot. Parking lots for everyone, I hope. And then... Work on that. Good. All right, so now this construction I also want to assign just to get that replaced. Yeah, I don't think we have a hospital anywhere else. All right, good. All right, so let's... keep save. Okay, yeah. I guess it doesn't. What did I click on with the other one? I don't know. There we go. All right, so now we have a plan for getting many more parking lots. We have a car dealer. I'm hoping that they'll come up here by the tram to go buy a car and bring it all the way back over here for the people here. So as you guys can tell, I'm learning. And we'll see. I know that they'll go at least 600 meters, so I'm pretty confident that they'll get over to here. Other than that, yeah, I don't think we have the most efficient setup here for cars. But the other thing I wanted to do is I think we have plenty of cars for the moment down at the Revergrad car dealership. So what I would like to do, we should have... How are you getting cars? How are cars getting over here? Yeah, we're not purchasing cars, are we? Did I miss something? I must have missed something. Or did I already do this? And then, yeah, I'm a knucklehead. All right, so... let's do this. I want you to wait to unload the car, so that way you're not... And same thing with you. Wait down there because... let's go look at you. Are you full of cars? I don't know how many you can store. Only university educated. We could talk about changing that, huh? I guess we could change it for each city, which is pretty cool too. So now are we actually getting cars? No, nobody's... See, I don't think they're able... like, there's only, like, this house that's able to go over there and reach our car dealership. So as our town here gets bigger, we do have this bus stop. What is this? This is just more flats. It's what I'm thinking we should do over here, especially while we still have the construction crew. Maybe we should even talk about ramping up our construction over here. So let me... we got Moooooscow going, even though I want to drag somebody from down here. I think I want to put on my wireframe for a second, get the regular road. Do we even want the regular road? Yeah, for now. And then I can do bus stop. No, not the inline one. No, that's a trolley stop. Small bus platform. Oh, look, that works out. Yeah, we could always... all right, do I want... no, you know what I want? I want a road this way too, because in the future that could be like a main drag through town, and we don't really have another... I might end up leveling more of this out here, and then we'll get our bus stop in, yeah, like so. Not like this. I'd rather the bus drive a little bit longer than the people have to walk longer. All right, for now I'll do this number, and I'll do this number. All right, and then we can get them, these guys over here constructing that. Oh, we just took away one of their dumpers. That's all right. We can get them a little help. All right, so hopefully we can fix that problem by getting this bus station over here. Oops, I closed that. Let's go back. Look at all the stuff we got him assigned to now all of a sudden. it's one of these two. Yeah, so they have plenty of little roads to work on. Oh, thank you, game save. Yeah, that's right, because they have all these little roads. Yeah, so when they get some of these roads done, we will... Yeah, we'll see. But I think at least by getting this bus in, I helps the situation a little bit. And then we made sure we had... I think what I might have also done is faked myself out at some point. I mean, someone gave me bad information because I could never make a mistake as the leader of the grand premier of our fine citizenship here. Or a fine Soviet. Yeah, I might have clicked on the wrong thing at a certain point there. All right, so how are we doing? Well, we got cars, so we're keeping up with our car production for the moment. We've cut down on the number of people going into these buildings that don't need to be built at this moment. And, oh, look, that's a... Yeah, we don't really want that to be a trolley construction, do we? And there's no way to just sort of semi-cancel it, I don't think, right? Like if I just, yeah, I can't, well, it's going to be a trolley connection, I guess, unfortunately. I should have paid more attention. This will be a good regular road. I'm happy with that. This will be a regular road. So yeah, keep in mind that if it auto attaches, I'm really wishing more and more that we had an ability to tell it not to auto attach. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm finding that I just soon attach it myself. Like we really don't need all these road connections, but by the time you get them, I don't know. And it happened over there with the footpaths where it broke my road up into a bunch of little segments for the footpaths that I didn't want anyway, and then I just had to go back and delete them. I'm not sure that it saves me that much effort or energy, in other words. All right, so there we go. So that was a big part of what I wanted to do was get, you know, these in here, maybe see if we can't get somebody driving up here in the cars to go to that firehouse. And then I want to get a little bit better going here. Now, how are you guys doing? You guys just seem to be taking quite a while to get this road built down to this way. And then I guess the other thing, like design-wise, I don't think I'm going to do it right now, is thinking about how we want to get into here. And as these guys finish, I could put more trains over here and figure out a way that they could get on this track, but it's just sort of like in order to get onto this track, they're going to have to one-way, or they're going to have to go like back and forth through here somehow, right? Like this track, which is one way the other way. So for them to try to come up into here to do the construction on this rail is going to be really tough, you know, to get this. And this is just our coal loop, which there's absolutely no hurry on it, as far as we don't even have coal or any need for it over there. But I would like to, in light of the power issues that we had the other day, you know, I really wouldn't mind moving forward on getting some more power plants built here or there. And that would really count on our coal loop going quite well. So how do we want to get over there? And what I'm thinking really is that at some point when we get all of this done, I think we poke across here with a road so that we can get a regular construction crew over there. They can draw all their materials for now from over here because we'll have, you know, I mean, it won't be ideal, but at least we can push across the river with our construction. And then I'd probably talk about some kind of a, you know, we'd have to look in here and see where would we put like a full-fledged construction office. So, I mean, even if it's supplied by truck from here, right, that would be okay. But when I say full-fledged, at least have all the materials they need stored over in this area to speed up the construction of all these things. But then we would work our way up here, and I'm thinking that somewhere closer to here is where I would have like a train construction. So we'd probably try to come off of here pretty quickly wherever this bridge ends, and also start pushing a road up this way, at least to the point we could build a rail construction a little bit further up here and have like another little mini supply. Now, when we start talking about all the way over here, then I start thinking, well, is it better to get a road across, which I really think we should have at some point anyway. And then I'm thinking, like, as we come down, let me put on the wireframe for a second, just so you can get an idea of the hills. Like, as we come down here, I'm thinking that we jump across, like, here with the road. Does that make sense? And then we could start pushing in this way with the construction crews that we have up here. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm sort of thinking this out as we go, but what if we were to build a bridge? Look, this is up high. So this is up like higher right here. So I think we could jump right over the railroad track probably pretty easily. We don't really particularly have any, I mean, what is concrete bridge? Yeah, I like the prefab. Yeah, I definitely don't want to build steel, even though I like the way they look. Prefabs are just available to us. So let me, now, you know what, we need to come over. Yeah, for our bridge to start up, can we go 1, 2, 3? Yeah, see, we can have a nice little short section there. Will you go across? No. I really wish we could start with the middle section sometimes. 1, 2, 3. No. Oh. That's I'm hoping we can get another. I don't want to block off the possibility of more railroad tracks, right? I don't know how many we'd ever come in and out of here, but I think we could get another railroad track through there one way or the other. And then even though this is semi-crazy, we could go... Yeah, you know what, let's go to the point where one land. And then probably should have done it this side. That's pretty cool. It's a little curved. Would be nice if you could make curved bridges. Right, as long as we keep that kind of curving action going. Now the big thing is, after I build all that, yep, there we go. So we could get that. So that'll be like a pretty massive, long project. And let's see where we're going with that. Yeah, where does this end? Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's going to turn pretty quickly going that way. Unless we bring in... Well, we'll bring coal into here somehow, but... You know, when it comes to this... Yeah, maybe I would bring it close to... kind of... Yeah, just smooth that out a little bit. Kind of straight. And then do we ever see... Nothing else is going to come... There's no reason... I mean, I know we'll need some supplies over here. Well, we'll just have to work that out. If I decide to bring another railroad track over here, you know what? Yeah, maybe we will plan on that. And we're starting to run out of time here. So, but let me Let me come down like this, and then 1, 2, 3. All right, short as I can. Kind of straight, yeah, kind of enough. And we'll go back down, 1, 2, 3. All right, so then what we could do is there enough room? Yeah, I might have to, after having built this, there's not going to be enough room to get a railroad bridge, I don't think. Let's see how will this might work out better because it's, let's start on this side. So here is the other bridge. And if we were to start here, yeah, you know what? This may work out just fine. All right, and then let's, no, it's going to be a little bit too, just one little thing. Yeah, one little thing off. Like, I think it would work if we choose, maybe more than one. So I bet you this, well, that signal's going to get in the way. Yeah, see, that would work, but it just won't work the other way. And then this is going through a bridge, so it's... Yeah, but you know what? I think I can work that out. I think I can... Why are you... Because I got rid of that signal? You're really that confused? Okay. Oh, look at that. We're almost done this track entirely. Yeah, I think when those guys get done building, what we can do... we're out of time, more or less. We're at the hour mark. So this would be our supply loop over to there, at least for food. And then I think all the way down here, what I would do is just drive the food over from here. It's not going to be that much, right? We don't really, it's going to be a little bit of a long drive, but I don't see it being a problem getting food and the things for the town that's going to be in this area. But like this one's like, well, the question is, yeah, see, we're getting kind of far there. So maybe we do have another... Well, and here's the other thing. When it comes to the supply, we're going to want to bring prefabs and cement out here. So we definitely want a railroad track for that. And I guess, yeah, I don't know if I'd run parallel the railroad track here. We don't have to decide right now. Do I just run a bricks and coal? I don't see where it would be that big a deal to put one brick train that's going out once in a while into the supply loop, and then we share the bricks coming out with the coal supply. I don't think that'll back things up too much. Like, I was trying to keep just coal trains on there, but for this stretch of it, we could have the brick train go over to the supply track. Well, there we go. But I need to get going because we're out of time for this episode. Let's see how we're doing here real quick. Are we building stuff? Oh, look, they're going into here, but even though, yeah, quarry, construction office, why don't you come over here and help with this guy? So in between the episodes, good, we got the hospital. Oh, good, look, yeah, we got lots of stuff. Where's this other one? Yep, definitely want to get our car dealer going. And didn't we have another one over here? Is this one ready to go? No. Well, there we go. So I think I'm just going to come back pretty shortly and get these things all built. Doesn't connect. Okay. Why don't you? Oops. There we go. So when we come back, I just, come back relatively shortly in terms of game time, and we'll get, our hospital built, and we'll get some other things going, and we'll just run around looking for more problems. Hopefully we've put an end to our fire issues and we'll see. So did anybody? Yeah, we need to get. Oh, look at that. We're full of cars, and nobody appears to be buying them. So I know I keep saying I'm leaving, but we're not done these roads yet. Okay. Well, we'll come back. I will stop, pause the time, save the game, and we'll pretty much come right back to where we're at, and we'll see if we can't work some of these issues out in the next episode. Guys, thank you for 150 episodes. I appreciate all the support. Like I said at the end of the last episode, thank you very much, and have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.